Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a Certified Zentangle Teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the tangle Maggie May from CZT Dollie Bolen. Okay, so this one has a lot of steps. I did, just a forewarning, or to let you know, I guess, in my version of the step outs, I did separate some of the steps from Maggie's step out, but do take a look at her step out. Beautiful, beautiful samples on there. Just a note though, it takes you to her website, I believe it is, and you have to scroll down quite a ways to get to Maggie May. I didn't see a way that I could I don't think there's any way to bookmark it or anything, so that way it'll go right to it. But just so you know, just scroll down a bit and you'll find it. All right. And who knows, you might find there were some other interesting things along the way. Okay, so this one starts off with, basically, it's the tangle says, except doesn't start with a dot. I'm trying to remember now. I think starts with a dot, but we're going to start with a little orb in the center of wherever you want it. And we're going to go out from there 2 more times, like that. And then, kind of a seed shape, where it's 2 C-shaped curve lines, right? Coming from either side. And I'm going to do north-south, and then, because she has 6 coming through here, and that's just how I work better. We'll do the north, the south, and I have found, for the most part, that it doesn't matter how these end up. It'll still turn out just fine. All right. And then from here, and you know what? I'm going to throw in our, so this is what I'm thinking for our Tangle Addicts Inktober prompt. And I've been adding prompts. This is part of the Inktober Tangles that Stephanie 2024 that Stephanie Jennifer CZT puts together. And what I've been doing is throwing in an extra prompt. Just, it's either, kind of philosophical, or, technique wise, or, something, to help us be better tanglers, things that maybe we don't think about all the time. So a lot of times it's something that strikes me with the tangle that we're doing. And then I share that, okay, that's the prompt. And so to focus on that, because the whole idea of Inktober is to help us become better drawers, whatever genre we're drawing. Information for all of that, if you go to my website, and in fact, in that description section, below the links to the step outs is my link tree. There, it links to everything and more that you would want if you enjoy my style and things. So I have some shopping resources, places to follow me for classes. But if you go to my website, and that should be one of the icons under my name, and subscribe to my blog, there you will see the daily tangle. And so I put a few words in. I'm not necessarily verbose with my posts, but this one, yes, because or these ones I should say, for Inktober, just because I thought it would be fun. Well, and I was talking to my friend and fellow tangle addict CZT Alyssa Herget, and we were talking about things, and so she's had a little bit of a hand of putting some of these together, and we had fun chatting about it. And I always like to bounce things off at least a couple people. And anyway, and we're gonna aura the inside of these. Just by the way, I'm gonna do it now, so that way this isn't a half-an-hour video. Let me get off of my soapbox. But anyway, as I was thinking about what to do, and I thought, well, you know what? I'm going to revisit. I have to look at the exact one. I've been sharing some bijouisms also, because Bijou is quite the philosopher. And I love sharing the bijouisms. And there might be an additional one so I don't have to duplicate one, but this one really got me thinking about, and I know a lot of people like to kind of plan out what they're doing, how they're going to do it, especially when we're doing something kind of in the round like this, and where they'll get out, as we lovingly call them, cheaty things, of a variety of nature of them. And so here's what I want to encourage, and I'll find a term that will exemplify this, that will explain it. But try maybe working without, if you do something like that, if your insides just cringe putting the pen to paper straight without having, okay, let me do these lines so that way I can get these exactly right, because some of the thing with Zentangle is not, it's about thwarting perfectionism. That's my term. Oh, maybe that'll be the prompt: thwarting perfectionism in whatever way that you can. And it's one of those where I don't care if somebody pencils stuff in. We joke about it a lot on our calls. I just want you to have fun and enjoy the whole process. But if you were to push yourself in a different direction, I would encourage you, just once in a while, and this is a great opportunity, don't try to do it without. You notice I don't pencil anything in. I am so enamored with the fact, and forgive the soapbox moments, I am so enamored with the fact that I can do anything with my hand that looks good or decent, that I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that, because I'm not going to do that. I'm going to work to eyeball it, and whatever happens, happens, and I'm just going to go with the flow. And that's my personal philosophy. I just like, but there might be a time where I might, and that's okay. You can do, you can do whatever you want, but just give it a try. If like I said, if it's something that freaks you out to like, oh no, this has to be right in line, and so does this. And if I don't pencil it first, it's going to look horrible. Just take a step, figure out a baby step to maybe not do something like that, and just go off the cuff, and it's okay. All right, so back to this. We aura'd the insides of all of these, and we aura'd it with, a full seed shape. All right, then we're going to essentially aura here and put a V, and this, obviously you can do the steps however you wish. One thing about that I like about Zentangle is, creating a step and then repeat it over and over again, and then go to the next step and repeat it over and over again. And I don't think, because I didn't want this to be like a 20 box step out for me, but what I did, and this is how I've been doing it, I've been doing just these two lines, and so just kind of following the contour, sort of. Okay, I take that back. Sometimes I do it this way, and sometimes I was doing this and then going to the next step, which is to add a curved line, going away from the center, like that. So whichever way, it's so you get the same result. It's fine. In fact, I mean, looking at Dollie's, if you want to put all of the ones that she put together, in one stroke, feel free. For me, I need to separate some things out. Number one, so I'm making sure I'm seeing all of the little pieces that are going into this. And then two, just to kind of maximize the meditative part of it. All right, so once you have this, and then, and then also, it's like, whoa, you could almost stop right there, and it looks really cool. All right, but after this, we're going to do, essentially, more C-shaped curve lines. Now, if you wanted to add, make it more of an S and an onion dome, up to you. But I think this works just fine. One thing, we'll see. I think I should be all right on this. I know on my version of the step out, I'm like going, all right, I got too much stuff going on here. I was going outside the box a little bit, but it's one of those, it worked. And it wasn't any longer than some of the other ones that I have done. In fact, I ended up with an extra step. I'm going, oh, well, I don't even need that, so I can just get rid of that one box. So funny. All right, so we have this. Then we're going to aura all of this. And what's nice, you see how a lot of my lines, like here, it's like they don't exactly meet up. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Well, maybe that'll be the prompt. I'm just going to call it, Don't Worry, Be Happy. And if you have the song in your head, okay. so well. And what's fun is a lot of times you don't notice. I sometimes don't notice it. There's always ways to adjust things, but just wait till you get all done, and just try to, brush away any worries and oh my gosh moments. All right, so once you have essentially auraed the entire thing, then we're going to come back in these crevices, and whichever order you want to do things in, you're going to put basically an upside down V, 2 lines, and then one down the middle, kind of hitting that that little crevice there. And these are not going to be real big because we're going to do 2 auras, kind of like what we did right here, over the top of those. Now this one will be lovely on a Zendala, a round tile. I have done where I put this line up first so that way I can kind of get what the size that I want. So, like I said, whatever way works best for you. All right, there we go. And then, as I said, we're going to and these ones look like they were curved. So C-shaped curved lines, and you can do both of these at the same time. It's up to you, however you like to. Whatever order floats your boat. This one, for whatever reason, I was enjoying doing both of them. Ooh, almost off the page. And this one, I'm for sure, I have a playlist. I think I called it Zendala bases or something like that. And this totally fits the bill. Because you could do this on a bigger scale even. And then you have all of these spaces that then you could put other things in if you wanted to. Just really, really neat. And there we have it. Except for some shading. And like I said, however you wish to play with it, you can. Did I see? No. I suppose. No, it looks like, she did in one. If you wanted to continue to grow this, because it looks like she's got, so if you look at the For More Inspiration link, the top sample, she's gone out an extra set. So you would put, duplicate this, right? Is that what she did? Wait, let's see. Well, you have to look and see. It looks like she kind of put this sort of behind it. So it's, another C shapes and then, more of this. And you just, fit it in the crevices however you want. I think it looks like she put this part here. I keep going back and forth and looking. Yeah, it's one of those. It's going to just take a little bit of examination and see. Yeah, it looks like almost like between here and here is one. And then putting this part on top of that. Yeah, and then it creates a new... yeah, so that way... Is that right? Oh, yeah, because if you do that all the way around, like from this point to this point, then you're eliminating or making it so that way there's... What is that? 6 little crevices to go in. Anyway, you take a look and figure that out if you want to expand it past this. Okay. Oh, although I do see another idea, but I might have used it already. She has one that has perfing on it that looks really, really cool. All right. So, gosh, shading. There's so much that can be done. The number one thing that I want to do with this is I'm going to thicken. And here's one that's kind of, there it is. Already thickened a little bit. Just the one side of these. And I do the just pick a side and stick to it. That's my philosophy. You can do, if you normally we don't worry about light source and all of that kind of thing. If that comes natural to you, feel free. It still works plenty well like this. Let's see, what else can I do here? Oh, let's Oh, and there's, yeah, do take a look at that link because there's some really, really pretty things. And also, you can kind of note how she's kind of customized or modified what she has here. Let's do... Oh, the decisions. Oh, well, you know, first off, because this is definitely tucked behind here, let's start there. Sometimes you just got to get a place to start. Sometimes there's too many options. It's like, oh, I don't know what exactly I want to do. Yeah, so if you can find a place, latch onto it, and go with it. And then too, we could just emphasize, yeah, those layers. Oh, see, look at how that just popped this center right off the page. And I'm thinking, well, let's just do it. Instead of thinking about it. It's either going to look like these are filled in, or, well, we'll tell right now, because I'm going to do that and then move the tile. Although if you can have this kind of go into the next one, then it doesn't look so much like it's just filled in. Either way, it'll look neat. Oh yes, like it already. And of course, you know, it's you don't have to shade it at all if you don't want to. It's, you know, we talk about Zentangle being a way that we create our own coloring books. And this has lots of places that you can have fun with. And of course could fill in any section as well. And I think I'm going to do that right in the center. Oops, not with that pen though. It's a little space. Okay. Which way do I want this? It doesn't matter. Oh, let's see. Let's go with where this is a little odd. I want to leave my little shiny bit there just a little bit. Fill that in. Yeah. And then too, just as a kind of a final touch, I think I'm going to, I'm going to separate it a little bit. Let's do this. We'll do an aura, wiping off what's left on the of the graphite from my Tortillion. All right. Well, I hope that you have enjoyed this. And if you have, please click on the like button. And if you liked it enough to see more, would love to have you subscribe to the channel. So while you're clicking, go ahead and do that too. I've mentioned everything in the description section, so do check that out. And if you would like to, because I mentioned briefly, I have links to where I post classes. So if you would like to come and tangle with me and my fellow Tangle addicts, you can do so on Thursdays. For the most part on Thursdays. I try not to change that up unless I absolutely have to. But it's called Tangle Time. It's free. It's an hour, 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And I do have classes on Tuesdays as well, but most of those have some sort of a fee, or I do have like a subscription club. And information, again, is on the Linktree link. So, you know, one or the other of those, except for the third Tuesday, which is Tough Tangle Tuesday. And that one is also free. So, again, information is on my site and other places. And would love to have you join us. Also, if you're on Facebook, we have a Tangle Addicts community group. Super supportive people. They're so amazing. Lots of activity, lots of sharing and things. It's just really, really nice. The link is there in the link tree. And once you click that, there are 4 questions you must answer in order to gain entry. I just like to make sure that you know that. And that's it. That'll get you in. All right. So with that, thank you so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.